It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Mike Evans. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Buccaneers and the Panthers, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is it, the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good one here between division rivals. And you like what the NFL's done here, making Week 18 all-division games.
I think it's one of the more inspired moves by the league because they've made these matchups really count. And typically they mean something, not a lot of coasting as people head towards the playoffs. But I do have to ask, January 7th, is it too late to say it? We're kind of right on the board.
And now off to the races down the right side. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Bringing them out is the #1 overall pick this year, Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama, Bryce Young.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Ready? Now Young. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Ready.
Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. To throw, Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So the Bucs now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 draft. Fiery competitor from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Here's White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Panthers nothing. Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Ready. On second down, Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline, from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Ready.
First and 10, Young. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 46. Up the middle they go with Sanders, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a second and 3. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum, because they pitched a shutout last week, and I don't care who you're playing. That's not easy to do at this level, and they're playing their best football at the right time of year.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now here's Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Looking to throw, Young. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, here's White. He'll get this up to about the 44. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On second down, they'll run with White. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, a run from White. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
They'll try the right side here with White. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think. Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too. Mayfield to throw it. He's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers take a 3-touchdown lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Here we go.
And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start here with a handoff to White. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. They go play action. Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now 3rd down and very long. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. It fights him off. And his throw here is incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Well, for incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Ready?
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Quick, yellow, go!
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Throwing, Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Fielded at the 33. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught by Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Going right side is White. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that'll be caught. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a give to White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it is 28-0.
Panthers nothing. Chase McLaughlin, the kickoff for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte.
Here we go.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
Ready.
Young now from the 50. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And that's complete to Sanders, powering forward. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, not only is his defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Set. Set.
Back to it after the pick six, Young. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
That throw by Young incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Young on third down. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense, I got it,
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The drive starts with a run by White. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
41-yard line.
Play fake. Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They go with White on the counter. Powering his way forward. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield running the option right. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Mayfield on play action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. This is White. A strong running. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Ready.
A 1st down throw for Young. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on the free kick. And that's a big mistake. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Automatic 1st down.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. On the give, it's White. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. 95 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have